muting us, and we are live back with our Smackdown.
Woo!
We did it. We are live back with our Smackdown. Oh, sorry. Now you're gonna get one more echo for you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Poor Mark. It's unbelievable, man. There's a lot to think about. Great work. Let's get the show back going. I'm gonna mute my camera, and you guys keep going as if nothing ever happened just now.
All right. Well, let's. Ethan, why don't we pick it back up with our, since we know who our competitors are now, we know who our judges are. We should rename them just in case nobody heard it. Our judges tonight are Holden, Lexe, Carly, and Jeff. And our competitors are last week's champion, Allison Bamcat, last week's home champion, April 5K, and our new competitor, this week's contender, Mr. David Carl.
Thank you.
Guys,
So,
it is now time for your 30-minute masterpiece challenge. And everyone at home, remember, you will be participating too. You can participate. It's not mandatory. It's fun, though. And at the end, you will send in your stuff to someplace. We'll tell you about that. But in the meantime, here is tonight's 30-minute art challenge. Recreate the best art piece you have ever made. Yeah. Go.
that means you have to decide what the best art piece you've ever done is super quick and get started into it, Allison. Ah,
The best.
I am loving you guys judging yourselves right now.
And we're going to follow up, by the way. We're going to ask other people, was this the best? So don't try and cheat us.
So let's why don't we check in with Mark, see how Mark's doing. Hey, Mark.
Hey guys,
Hey, man.
this stream is going so well.
Hey, man. We
killing
appreciate
it.
all the hard work that you're doing. It seems like everyone can hear us now, which is pretty exciting. And I hope that
great.
we have a bunch of people doing some art at home. We can't wait to see what you create. And we can't wait to see the recreation, the 30-minute recreation of the best piece of art you've ever done.
Allison, you have a question?
Is it the best piece of art we've ever seen or we've ever done personally?
That you've ever made.
Okay.
Your best piece.
What if the best piece of art I've ever done was like a 3-story building mural?
Go.
We'd love to see it. We'd love to see that.
TikTok. TikTok.
You know,
Mark,
yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
Are you timing, Mark? All right.
Yep.
All right, great.
Yep, got it.
All right, let us check in. Let's go first to David Carl. David is working. Got stuff in his mouth. David, what are you thinking right now? What's going on?
So I draw a lot of pets, and the best reaction I ever got was for Mehdi and Jamie Lilo's dog, and so I am doing that right now, and it's sort of like a poodle kind of creature, and usually I take about 4 to 6 hours to do one of these. So doing this in 30 minutes is going to be an interesting exercise. I do lots of measuring. I use Protractor.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't have that right now, so I'm just gonna go from completes, just like trying to guess. I do have a little picture here of the painting, which if that's cheating, then I'll stop.
Well, you know, it's I don't know, Ethan. What do you think?
Oh, everyone's cheating.
Like we're supposed to remember the best piece of art we ever did.
I list everything I do that's good every day in my mind.
Like I said, I will stop. I can still
No,
stop.
I think it's fine. I mean, don't make it too good. Now, what's going on here in the middle? I want to say Brem, but that's not her name.
April 5K.
April 5K. I'm going to write that down. April 5K, walk us through. What are you working on right there?
And April, you're muted right now.
I'm working on a acrylic reproduction of a lino cut that I did. That was one of my favorite things that I've ever done. That I think is it's the thing that sold for the most money. So that's the best thing, right?
Whoa! How much do you get for it?
I donated it to a girls rock camp charity auction, and it sold for like $270.
Yeah, that's great. That's more than I've ever sold anything for.
Wait, 70,000?
No, $270.
Oh my god!
I just
like just throw it all away.
Yeah. All right. What were those words you used? You said acrylic and then some other weird word, or
Lino cut, the linoleum cut, where you cut into the linoleum and then you ink it and you press it through a roll press and you make a print.
Oh. Yeah, I know what that is.
It's very, very fun.
And Allison, you're working on the big thing.
Yeah,
mural?
so I don't know if this will even let me show what it is. I'm only roughly looking at this photo. But the best piece of artwork I ever feel like I ever did was a very large mural I did of one of my good friends. It's 3.5 stories tall. It's in Long Beach, California. And
I used to fly out of Long Beach.
it's cheaper, smart.
That's why I would do it. Yeah,
Smart.
I'm very frugal.
Smart. But I love that piece. So I mean, obviously it's a half-hour rendition, so which is fun. It's fun to create it that way. I am going to petition for your job, Ethan. I'm maybe going to give you some advice.
Sure. Yeah.
Allison, if somebody wanted to buy a piece of your art, maybe not the mural, but something a little smaller, where would people go?
I have a web shop called bamcatart.com. Also on my Instagram right now, which is my same name, Allison Bamcat. I'm selling some smaller paintings, and they're raising money for the Black Trans Femmes in the Arts Collective.
That's awesome.
So
Nice.
if you want some affordable art, I have, I think, 5 pieces left out of 16. Or just match my donation. Feel free.
Great, thank you so much, David. Where you've got if somebody wanted to commission their pet to be painted, which it sounds like a really successful business right now, where would people go?
I think, you go to davidcarlonline.com/paintings. You just check out some of the stuff I've been doing, and then the contact information is there, and reach out and we can talk about it.
I just dropped it in the chat for anyone who wants to see it. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of chat, what's going on in the chat?
In the chat, well, we've got Allison Bamcat's website and David Carl's website up there as well. People are talking about what's about the challenge. People are getting involved. Yeah.
In fact, if you go to the website, you can see the dog that I'm drawing right now.
I'll take that.
I just did, and it's a beautiful dog.
Oh, thanks.
And April, do you have an art online store?
I don't. I just am a person who has a art degree that did nothing with it.
Do you have anything that you would like people to go to?
Oh yeah, we had mentioned this earlier. I do a podcast with my friend Ashford Wright. He is a Black man who runs a podcast network, and I feel like it's really important to support any kind of Black-run businesses or any kind of efforts that they're doing right now. He is mostly comics, Doctor Who, and he and I do a Seinfeld podcast together called The Four Who Rule. And you can find it at the rightonnetwork.com, and it's WRIG. on network. His last name being Wright, and it has been a great time for these past few years being able to discuss how really messed up Seinfeld is in a lot of like anti-feminist and white privileged ways. So you can listen to that and hear us talk all about it.
I never watched Seinfeld because my parents liked it. Should I watch it and then listen to your podcast, or listen to the podcast and then watch it?
Watch it and then listen to the podcast.
Okay.
You know, because then you can know what we're talking about, and then we'll. I actually joined in about halfway through the second season. He had a different co-host. She left, and I was more than glad to jump in because I've known him for a very long time, and he's one of my favorite people in the entire world. Very funny guy.
Now, most things from the late 80s and early 90s were problematic. What's an example of something in Seinfeld that stands out as particularly problematic? Or what was the last?
There are no black people in Seinfeld. That's like the we come across.
Definitely.
Well, then also, I mean, like you get the episodes where George, after dating Susan, and Susan becomes a lesbian, and there's a lot of kind of icky things that they talk about, like, well, I drove her to it, those kind of things. I had mentioned this before we started recording or started streaming, that a while back we did the Cigar Store Indian where Kramer, well, I think Jerry buys the Cigar Store Indian. But he's also dating a woman of like indigenous background, and it turns into a situation where he is trying to avoid using the many like colloquial phrases that we have to say, like Indian giving being the primary one, and how, wow, like even as like a joke to avoid it, it is very scary to watch this. But they could get away with stuff like that back then because early 90s, I guess. What are you gonna do?
Well, the network's not going to do anything because Seinfeld made them a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I like that bass music they play in it. And they're like a
jazz.
bass sound. Yeah, it goes boom, boom, boom,
They
boom.
make their own jazz.
Yeah. Where are we on time? Is it time to?
Is someone, please tell me someone's keeping time. Also, I want to throw it out there. Unbelievable support from our community. There are 46 people watching.
Awesome.
We had 30 to 40 people watching even during the technical issues and everything. You guys, this is their first time attempting a Twitch stream, and I commend them for everything that they're doing now. And Mark, we're going to figure it out, buddy. You and me, we're going to sit in a box and we're going to figure it out.
Thank you, Holden. Yeah, and one thing I did do right is I am keeping time. Whoops, I'm kidding. It's fine. We're coming up on 19 minutes left.
Oh boy,
great.
19 minutes left.
Holden, is there Holden or Carly or Jeff or Lexe, any words of encouragement for Mark as we move forward here?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I've had a myriad of technical difficulties. Carly also runs her own Twitch stream. She has dealt with a million different technical difficulties in trying to do a Twitch stream. It is the new forefront. Carly, what can you say towards this?
The job, honestly, is troubleshooting. So the sooner you kind of like just accept that, the easier it gets, because you think you've solved every problem, and then one day computer just goes, "Nuh-uh, that doesn't work for no reason."
Yeah.
And you just have to roll with it. But the community is very supportive, and don't let it get you frazzled.
And then one day your computer is like, "There's never been a black person on Seinfeld." And you're like, "I didn't even foresee that being an issue." And now I've got to figure that out.
No, keep that ball in the air.
Particularly.
No words of encouragement from me.
Well, I immediately asked my wife to bring me Redemption whiskey. It just seemed appropriate.
Is that your wife in the background?
That is. That is my lovely wife and our cat Vespa. coming in to give me some cozy. They're having some cozy cuddles. By proxy, I'm feeling it. So this is all working out really, really well. And also, thank you again, Holden, to you and your wonderfully supportive audience for literally catching us and letting us do the show the way it should be done.
No problem, and I'm super excited to see these works of art coming our way, and I think Chad is as well. Chad, come on, let's get hyped, Chad, please.
I'd like to, if anybody did take the 20-second challenge, if you were able to hear the prompt or understand what was happening during that, shoot us an image of the Mona Lisa that you created at fartsmackdown@gmail.com. Fartsmackdown?
Yep, yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you.
I kind of like that as a future challenge. Just we're gonna have people competing on a specific challenge. You can't hear what it is. You try and guess what it is. We got about
we're at 16 and a half minutes left. So we have a minute and a half left until it's time to compromise.
Ethan, you recently got a pool, is that right?
A pool, yeah, I got a pool in my backyard. Yeah, I mean, this has been so successful. Thank you to everyone. Now I have a pool in my backyard. It is 8 feet in diameter. It is 2.5 feet deep. And we discovered if everyone chases each other in a circle, it creates a very strong current.
Nice.
It's super fun. We play very close Marco Polo with my 2 sons, and it gets, when you're whipping around like that, it's just a great current. I recommend it to everybody.
Sounds like you guys are loving it. That's great.
Look at that cat. There's a lot of cats on the stream tonight.
Yeah, who's got a cat going here? Yeah. April, what's your cat's name?
Nomi.
Nummy?
Yes. She's named after Showgirl.
What a sweet girl.
She's great.
Where'd my dog go? I have a dog. Yeah. David, you're whipping through this. How's it going?
Well, I'm using watercolor pencils. Right now I'm adding water to them. So I already did it here, and I'm about to add water to this. And if you haven't used those before, they really transform what you're doing and pop your color. And it's with a time element like this, it's pretty helpful.
We are at 15 minutes.
Are we getting compromised?
Boy, it is time. It is time to compromise your vision. Your vision? Your vision. I blew it.
It's time to compromise your vision.
There you go. Guys, you now have the remaining of your time. You have to make your art wearable.
Oh.
Who was that groan? Was that Holden groaning?
This isn't
David groaning.
This is inspired by Jeff's contribution last week. Oh no, Allison is not pleased. Allison, can we talk to you for a quick second before we talk to Jeff? Allison.
Sure.
Oh no, we've lost her.
First of all, Allison is responsible for the beautiful logos that we see. Thank you so much for making the Art Smackdown logos. It really looks nice.
You're welcome. I offered to do it because the previous logo looked so bad. Really. It was charity.
Yeah.
It was truly charity.
It looked like maybe a rough draft of a corporate presentation.
It looked like a PowerPoint that I maybe might have done in middle school.
Nice.
Oh boy, shots fired. Love it.
Mark, I have a degree, so it's like if I'm not doing it, then how do you expect?
Mark, what do you have to say for yourself?
Not on his plate.
I have to say,
this is Mark. I'm sorry to do this to you, Mark. This is nothing but a dump on top of you. today. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for keeping time and making it happen.
And keeping time.
Smart guy.
Mark, what did you design the original logo on?
Photoshop.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I've heard of Photoshop.
Yep. Just a little bit of PSD.
just a little bit of, you know,
Just a
little bit of Google image search and a little bit.
Yeah. Just Googled a few pieces of art, put them in a frame, put a little tear in the middle. I really, it was a really, really inspired 8.5 minutes.
Oh, come on. That looked
Nice.
like 9 minutes.
You're right. It was 9 minutes and 37 seconds. Speaking of which, there's 12 minutes left.
Oh, boy.
I am so amped to see what April is doing. I just see her walking back and forth behind her couch, looking for something, I assume, or just pacing with frustration.
I think she's looking for a second cat. Jeff, you inspired this with your design 2 weeks ago. Any tips about wearable art for the contestants?
Jeff? Are you...
Those are tough tips to follow.
Wait, I didn't hear that. Did you guys?
I didn't hear anything. But maybe
Are there sound issues?
Oh, not so easy now. Mark, what'd you do this time, buddy?
Well, I've decided to destroy this entire show from the inside out.
No.
Back to you, Jeff.
Jeff, can you give us advice on their pieces using your physicalities and not your voice, since we can't hear you?
Oh, he's saying that's a spicy meatball.
Not a lie.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
so
you want to go for a jog?
You want to dig a hole and then take a look into the hole like a mole.
Yeah. You want to cut the body off? Yep. Put the body all over you. Human skin. This is Silence of the Lambs. I think he's reenacting.
Mm-hmm.
2 words. First word, heartburn. Put your whole heart on there. He's saying.
Second word is doorknob. Heartburn doorknob.
We got it. I also like, I don't know if April's frozen or she just is holding that Miller Lite there. Oh, man. Oh, man. You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
It was a glorious freeze, though.
It was great.
Okay.
April, so I noticed you're drinking Miller Lite. Is that the beer of choice always?
Yes. 96 calories. You can drink as many as you want. It's just like water.
Did I fix it?
Yeah, you did, Jeff.
Okay.
You did.
Then
You're
I'll
gonna
step
drink
back
another.
out again. Sorry
That's
about
what's
that.
gonna happen.
That was my bad.
Yeah, girl.
On a 2,000 calorie diet, you could have 20 of those a day.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
Also,
recommended.
Huge Guided by Voices fan, and Bob Pollard drinks them, so it reaffirms me.
It also has never changed its logo on the can, which I appreciate.
They briefly did like a Texas version, and it's got like a bunch of like Texas jazz on it. They're fun.
Texas jazz, some of the worst jazz in the nation.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to listen to Texas jazz.
Probably pretty bad.
Uh,
How long we got here?
I think it's called Zydeco. Yeah, how much time do we have, Mark?
That's Louisiana.
Hi. We have 8 minutes and 10 seconds left, everybody. 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
I don't see anybody wearing anything. Except for I saw David Carl's gym shorts.
David Carl's got rocking the gym shorts. I also love how his own painting is bleeding into the green screen. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I appreciate it. Mike. All right, if we're showing our pants off. All right.
Yeah, it's pants off time.
I got on gym shorts.
Oh, look at that.
Workout leggings.
Yeah, that counts.
Back
notice
to you
April
guys
is
in the
wearing,
studio.
April is wearing an apron 5K.
Yes. I'm wearing my Texas art apron.
I like how
But
all
that's
three
what
artists
my
have
reference
left.
are.
April, are you from Texas?
I am, yes. I'm in Houston, Texas.
Oh, nice. I just booked a audio book. I'm going to start narrating an audio book about murderers in Texas.
Ooh.
Dean Coral.
Dean Coral is the chapter that I'm on right now. Yeah.
All right, yeah. I have
Dean
been
Coral
told my uncle, he was friends with a boy whose grandmother lived in a retirement community in the Heights when the candy company was in the Heights. And that boy, I think he was friends with one of the guys that ended up being killed with Dean Coral.
Ooh.
So a little adjacent.
Way to name drop.
The Candy Man.
So he was friends with Elmer Wayne Henley or
I'm not
David
sure who the boy that my uncle was friends with, but he was friends. It was a three-part connection. But yeah, I know my grandmother was like, I'm always surprised that he didn't get mixed up with those boys.
I was in 5th grade. I had a kid in my class who was related to Jeffrey Dahmer, I think.
Ooh.
So there's a little name drop for you.
There's a little
hello.
I saw a kid get hit by a car.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Mike Page.
Mike Page, is he okay now or?
If you call this okay.
I was hoping you would do like a large Marge.
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah, he was okay. He got airlifted out though.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, they landed a helicopter in front of my house.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, but then my mom wouldn't let me get on it.
No, I'm sure the paramedics would have stopped you as well.
You're probably right. You know what? I'm going to let that go. I've been resentful all these years. I'm going to let it go. Allison, I see that you are now using scissors. I was right.
She is not pleased with compromising her art here.
No.
No, I'm just, it's so funny so I do a lot of like art battles and things like this, which technically you can't use the word art battle actually in a title of a thing because it's already registered as a copyright to some New York group, whatever. But it's actually refreshing to not have to be like, and then make it like some like whatever thing. Make it local. Make it LA.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'd rather be cutting my art apart than doing that. I'm actually pretty happy.
So if I'm hearing you right,
5 minutes left. Oh my god. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
It sounds to me.
Chat real quick. Entrapment. It is Miller time. Yes. Yeah. Always.
Allison, it sounds to me like you have done art battles that are hosted by people who really care about art.
Yeah, like artist organizers. I'm like,
we just like fucking with artists, so.
I know, and that's kind of refreshing.
I'm glad. Oh man, will this be?
Ethan sounds like some of my clients, which is the thing. Like, do the best thing you've ever done. Just make it you. You know, just do like the best.
I know how to do that because I work in TV and I get those sort of notes all the time. And now I'm just turning it on you guys. Ha!
Vengeance.
Yeah, I routinely get notes on things that are like, it needs a little something.
I get
it's missing something.
It's missing your point of view, your personality.
Could this be 10% funnier? I've heard that before.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But then just to fuck with them, I make it 11% funnier. I'm like, you asked for it.
Yeah, that's sticking it to the man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, take that.
Ethan, what was it like to write for Blind Date?
It was super fun. It was. It recently got canceled because of COVID. I'm supposed to be there right now, but it was real fun. You would get these videotapes, they call them videotapes now. You would get like a 14-minute cut of a date, and it would just be hot people making out, and then you got to make fun of them. It was great.
That sounds really fun.
For a drama kid from high school who was jealous of all the popular kids. Haha, fuck you, popular kids. I get to make fun of you while you're making out. And
the company I used to work for did cheaters.
Oh.
So we had like a bunch of like footage from the old cheaters. And so we found that they would get people to like just pretend to be the person that the person was cheating with. So lots of like do they do that on Blind Date, or is it all legit?
They did a lot of editing. It was the first reality show I'd worked on, so it was the first time I got to see like the Frankenbites, where they would take someone's word from like different parts of the episode to make them say a sentence.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was like, you guys are good.
All right, you guys made it wearable. Now make it edible. 3 minutes left. You have to find a way to eat your own art.
2 minutes. You have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes left.
You've made it edible. Now make it digestible. David, you all right? David's trying to figure out whether we're messing with him.
Not okay.
Oh, he's got an awesome jacket there.
Oh, shit.
Ethan, I was once on a dating show in my 20s called Sox Appeal, and it was on the New England Sports Network. We had a blind date. We had a blind date at Fenway Park, and I didn't win. I would just like, I was like, do like this with me. She was like, "What are you doing?" Like thought bubbles.
You cut out, but I liked what you were talking about.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
1 minute.
1 minute left. Okay, let's check in with everybody. David, are you ready? How are you feeling about it?
I feel pretty good.
Okay, April, how are you? You seem like you're done, right?
I feel okay. I think I over-prepared and under-prepared in many different ways, but I'm here.
And Allison is... Oh, God! Oh, what happened?
Oh,
Allison
Lord.
Seems like she's totally ready.
Not ready. You're not ready.
Okay, not ready.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And so, everybody at home, as you finish up right now, take a selfie, or have your roommate or your partner or your dog take a picture of you and send it on in. And if you don't have to take a picture of your face unless it's born on your face, like
oh no,
Allison's is.
What a horror!
And April is just finishing up a.
Hey, David, you got a green screen?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Pencils and markers and paints down.
Art over.
Art is over. It is now time to select the best artist in the world. Let's go to David Carl, our competitor first. David, walk us through your,
Yeah. So this is called Jump Ship. This is my Marty McFly Jump Ship vest.
Yes.
And so I have attached this dog that I painted for Lilo and Maddie Baratsky. This is, yeah.
Let's see it on.
Linda. It's Linda the dog.
All right, let me just put it on. I got to make sure I don't get my green screen wet.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I could do it, though. Okay.
Hey, David, when would someone wear this vest?
Well, they would wear it when they want to like be heckled at a stand-up show.
I
Sure.
think that would do it.
Sure,
you
sure.
call attention to yourself. You wear something like this. Can you see the dog?
It's Linda.
Yeah.
We see
it's
the dog.
beautiful. It looks like it's a.
What's that?
Is it looking up a rainbow hill?
Yeah. It's just I like when I do my pet paintings. I like to make it like an abstract background, and unintentionally, this one kind of ended up looking like a propaganda painting. I think, just sort of like a dictator, like a great dictator. Linda.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, like the future of Poodletown.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, but it's what happens sometimes.
I would follow
So,
Linda
David, it's your
dictatorship.
choice.
That what it is? Yeah, that's true. It is.
David,
What's my choice?
if you feel like it'll help your chances at winning, you can show us the original picture of the art, or you can let your art stand alone.
Ooh.
It's your choice.
I'll show original.
All right. I felt like the hair was in high definition there. I really like that.
Hold on, I'll show.
High definition is something you 401.
Yeah, it was kind of fun to do with a time element because usually I take a lot of time to do these things.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we all take lots of time on art.
Okay, so there is the original.
Ooh. Oh, that one's not on a vest. Though.
Yeah, it's all acrylic. Hold on, get a little closer.
That's nice.
All acrylic. I used a ruler.
Do you plan on?
I used a ruler.
Yeah, a protractor, and then this is just whatever. Just
yeah.
Do you plan on giving this one to Mehdi and Jamie?
I am going to keep this one.
I would give it to him with the vest.
I think if it'll help me win, I'll say that I'll give it to him.
Great. Allison.
Great. So
terrify us.
So my piece needs some context. So my proudest piece of art that I've ever done.
That's beautiful.
You can barely see it, but it's this mural that I did of one of my really good friends. It's massive. It's a couple stories tall. So
you actually applied it to the building?
Yes, physically. It took about a week. So then I did this drawing of it.
Can you come a little? Oh my gosh!
Wow! Oh wow!
This is amazing. I really wish this is what masks look like.
That's really.
It smells like Sharpie.
Oh man, what did you? Yeah, that's so beautifully rendered.
Allison, the chat wants to know, where is that mural, or where was it?
Do I have to say it with the mask on, or can I take it off?
You can remove the mask.
Okay, good. So that mural is at Anaheim and Redondo in Long Beach, California.
Nice.
So I turned my proudest work into a horrifying mask.
It does look like you're a very specific bank robber. I've never seen anything like that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and also very scary at the same time. I don't know why it's so scary.
Next time I'm in Long Beach, I'm gonna definitely go by and see that.
There's a good tiki bar next door. We'll go.
Woohoo!
That sounds great. April, let's take a look at what you got.
All right, well,
April and Nummy.
I do my reference at first. So this is a copy of what I did.
That's David Carl.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton. This took much longer than 30 minutes to do, but given the time constraints, I have made this very terrible Texas-style belt buckle.
Oh yes, yes.
This.
I love that.
It is that picture, but also not skillfully drawn. nor appointedly fastened to a belt where it stays properly. But I am wearing it.
Yes, you are.
That is,
And
I just want to. Oh, good.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to. I love that it's on your Texas apron. You're really representing the state of Texas, where you're from. There's a lot going on there, and it looks great. Ethan?
Allison and April and David, I hope that this opens up a new line of revenue for you guys. If you're not introducing dog vests and terrifying masks and huge ass belt buckles, you're really missing out on an opportunity. These are great.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to go to our judges. And this is going to be interesting because in the past, what up? We have had 2 judges, we've had 3 judges, and now we have 4 judges. We have the possibility of a tie here unless things are unanimous between 3 people.
I'd like to throw this down.
artists.
Yeah, so we are judging on a 1 to 10 point scale in these 5 categories: creativity, style, execution, self-expression, and risk. And I have got to say, my winner literally won by a single point.
Whoa.
It was so close. Everybody did such an amazing job tonight. I guess I'll go first. I've got David Carl winning by just literally 1 point.
Whoa.
1 point. What else do you got? Literally, guys, I love April and Allison's pieces so much. It came down to the score. I wrote my numbers down. 1 single point is the difference between, and you two tied with a 1 point difference. So
Wow, this is close. All right, Lexi,
All right.
let's go to you.
I'm gonna fuck shit up right now.
Oh no, shit fucking time.
are you about to fuck everybody's bullshit up?
Gonna fuck everyone's bullshit up. I have a tie. And my tie goes against your judging.
You have a tie. You have to give. You have a tie.
I have a tie with my point system.
Well, that's
Sorry.
not gonna make any sense. It's
All right,
gonna be
maybe
impossible.
should I go last?
Just pick. Yeah, go last.
Go
Should I go
first.
last? Because I have a tie.
You have a tie. Keep going, and you have to pick a winner.
I do not have a tie. However, everyone is like practically 1 point away from each other. 'Cause I also followed the system to be impartial and like really figure out all the elements going on here. Because I love what you guys. It's not easy to make something on a time constraint with, I mean, all these different elements. So it's really cool that you're doing that. But Allison is my winner.
I hear that,
Woo!
Allison.
Winner.
Thank you.
So right now we've got
Wow.
David Carl, we've got Allison. What do you got, Jeff? What do you got for us?
Execution.
Well, we're gonna make it interesting.
Oh
Oh no!
I just want to say everybody was like, this was really super hard, and I just love this. And I mean, David, when you came out with the Back to the Future reference right away, I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, cool
So,
points. Certainly.
And that was just amazing. I love this, like the details in that. That was great. Allison, that was just an absolutely beautiful painting. That was so good, and I love that you made the mask out of it. That was great. April, you had the belt buckle, and you did this variation on your original piece that just was this really enticing to me. April was my winner. Actually.
Whoa!
I get
So,
it. I get
it is
that it's
up
this
to
hard.
Lexi.
I really do.
To pick a final winner, Alexis Robbins. This is the most difficult thing we've ever been asked
man.
to do. You have got to figure this out right now. I've already, we've talked about it even in whispers just now.
Why are you talking about it? Let her decide.
I know, Brian.
Get off her back.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Well, so if I wasn't here, it would definitely be a 3-way tie, obviously. But and I nearly have a 3-way tie with people. I definitely had a 2-way tie with 2 people. We are. Calm down. I'm gonna have to say, there's something about. Okay, so David, you got my heart with the pets. I love dogs so much. Allison, your use of color is just like, it's just mind-blowingly inspiring. It's just beautiful. And then April, there's a picture that I did of Dolly Parton on a bag for about, I'd say like 50 kids for a birthday party, because the little kid that I used to take care of is obsessed with Dolly Parton, and we did a Dolly themed birthday party. And I'm trying to like find my picture of this like bag, this Sharpie drawing that I did, and it looks just like that. So that is an insane like.
There's a cat.
And there's
Lexi, choose one.
I'm just telling everybody why I like them.
Lexi, can we have a longer explanation?
All right.
1 minute.
The winner is, ladies and gentlemen, April.
Fantastic stuff.
Oh!
David, let it be known, I fucking threw down for you, bro, and I don't get what all these people are saying against it, all right?
Also,
This is not
April
again.
and Allison, you guys tied in my book. So honestly, we can go either way.
I love this sense of humor, and I mean, talk about self-expression. I'm certainly happy to stand by that. Y'all did great.
Really, really well done. Allison, it's been a pleasure to get to know you over the past 3 weeks, and I hope that we can keep talking and working together. And here's the thing. Join us next week in the home challenge, and you could be back on the stream in 2 weeks.
Which is likely, because she's insanely talented.
I think you should let me continue to help.
We would really appreciate that.
She's like, you know what? I could run the tech part too.
And David, while we can't have you back as a competitor, we can have you back as the at-home champion. So we would love for you to play with us anytime that you're available to do some art on a Monday night.
Sure, yeah.
That'd be great.
Here we have just a couple of submissions. If you guys want to look at the Twitch page, you can see these submissions. This is from Kamikaze Mixtape right here.
Can you do a share screen?
Yeah, actually, I could do a share screen. Oh, well, wait, actually, it's gonna make everything weird, but that's fine.
Oh, no, I'll just go to the Twitch. That's fine.
Yeah.
Make everything weird. That's never happened before.
I sent a close-up of my creepy mask, by the way.
Yes, for sure, I got that. So this is Kamikaze Mixtapes. Supposedly a patch. The rest of the supposedly be here. Okay, cool. So that is a patch of a picture. Cool. Very lovely drawing.
Beautiful. Clever.
Fantastic stuff.
Very nice. Very nice.
Now move on. We've got Allison, a close-up of Allison's, which is very nice. Look, I love your use of color, Allison. It really is fantastic. Yeah. And
it reminds me of Miyazaki, of course, with Spirited Away.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Miyazaki.
And
I enjoyed that.
Look at this from Silent Squee. Look at that.
Wow. That's insane.
Beautiful wearable piece.
Oh, Silent Squee.
Look at that.
How did you do that so fast?
Wow.
It's
That's
so
great.
good.
Wow.
Amazing.
It really looks a lot like me. That's amazing.
Fantastic stuff. So I don't know about you guys. I love Kamikaze Mixtapes piece. Get that out of there. That's just my email. I love Kamikaze Mixtapes piece, but I think Silent Squee may have to be our new competitor from chat, I think.
I mean, it's very wearable.
Is that a consensus from the judges?
I'm going to agree with that.
No, she's from Houston, too?
Yep.
I love the idea of a patch, but you really I can't believe you got that done so fast, Silent Squee. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like really impressive, Silent Squee. So I think we should invite Silent Squee to the next Art Smackdown to compete.
They're both great, though.
Also, April, I found the picture of the dolly bags that I did and I don't know if you can see it, but that's one of them. So how crazy is that? I think we went off of the same picture, Dolly Parton.
That's really cool.
That's amazing.
I love it, Lexe.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you to our competitors tonight, Allison, April, and David. Thank you to our judges tonight, Holden, Lexe, Carly, and Jeff. Thank you to our technical director, Mark Stetson, for doing all that hard work. Thank you so much. And Ethan, it's always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
It's a pleasure to see you. I'm going to plug something real quick, guys. I'm also new to Twitch. You guys inspired me to join. Every Sunday night at 10 p.m., I'm doing a show called Let's Make a Crossword Puzzle. You and I make a crossword puzzle, and then my dad tries to solve it. You can follow me at Old Man and the Basement, and it's real fun, real dumb. I'll put it in the chat.
Hell yeah, I just did for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And Holden, as always, thank you so much for sharing your community, and thanks to everyone who's sharing their talent.
There's 40 people watching. They stuck with us the whole time.
I know, it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. Thank you, guys.
Can we shout out to the audience in the chat for sticking with us through all of the madness of the first 25 minutes?
Absolutely. The best in the business. My chat, my community, best in the fucking business. Thank you so much.
Great, holding it down.
100%. That's why I got my name.
Terminator, sure.
All right, my own wife, please.
All right, everybody.
All right, we'll see you next week.
We'll be back next week at this time, Monday at 9 p.m. Hopefully, we'll be on our own Twitch stream, and we'll be hopefully we'll be able to raid again.
Hell yeah!
But thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good night.